Space, the final frontier. These are the voyages of a new Trekkie. My 5-year mission to search out Star Trek media, to seek out our fans and merchandise, to boldly go where no fan has gone before.
Greetings and salutations. Let's get talking about Star Trek The Next Generation. In this case, looking at the two-part episode, Redemption. Part 2 episode for the ending of Season 4 and beginning of Season 5. So what happened in Part 1 of Redemption? Well, in this case, both Captain Picard and Lieutenant Worf decide where their priorities lie as the Klingon Empire descends into a bitter civil war. So basically, Part 1 of it basically introduces us to the Dorez sisters and their nephew as well. And
the invitation was unexpected.
We should have extended it much sooner.
We don't want you to judge us by your experience with our brother.
I'm not the only one who figures, like, is it weird that we're trying to make Klingons sexy? I'm not the only one who's saying that, right? I'm not the one who thinks it's weird. Not saying that the actress is playing it, Mark.
Allow me to heat up your tea.
Kind of. I will say that, honestly, this episode is pretty interesting, though, in the fact that we have Worf, saying, like, okay, I'm willing, I would like to have my family honor returned to myself and to my brother. And in a way, that is able to be given to him, and as well as he decides to leave the, Federation, and as well as, join the ship for his brother. And honestly, I gotta say, this episode was honestly pretty good. I do have to say that it had, like, a lot of, twists, whether it was the idea of having, the entire season, sometimes they've been having episodes where the Romulans have been, aligning themselves with the Klingons, so that there can be a bridge that is broken between the, Klingons and the Romulans. And honestly, it's pretty good, honestly. The acting is really great for this episode. I do have to say that the nephew or the son of Dorez, he's either, at first when I was first watching it, for Part 1, the makeup was like, okay, this is hilarious. Because, like, when you first see him, he's just so far away, and I feel like, say, at first thought, like, say, you can either see his, mustache or something like that, or it was kind of a little bit goofy. The actor was giving off, like, say, this is my first time being in Trek and all that. He did a good job, I guess. But honestly, but I did have to say that the ending of the episode had a bit of a plot twist in the fact, like, say, Tasha Yar, but it was actually a Romulan. At first, when I was watching this, I thought, like, wait, who is that again? Because I thought, I know this character looks familiar, and all that. But I'll give my thoughts when it goes to Part 2. Let's look at that. What happened in Redemption Part 2? Well, in this case, Worf fights in the Klingon Civil War. Captain Picard and his crew must stop the Romulans from helping their pawns achieve victory. You had moments like, say, the fact that, I forgot to mention that, Data, he has his own ship, so he is having to deal with crewing, being in charge of a crew of himself. and at one point, the Worf and his brother, basically, they're doing pretty well.
We will reach the photosphere in 30 seconds. Stand by to interwarp on my command. Set course 250, Mach 015. Shields failing.
They are just, you know, Worf is finally, you know, in a way integrating with Klingon way of lives and all that stuff. I do have to say that the Klingon home planet is honestly pretty cool. It almost looks like a chemical-based planet because it's just full of smog and all that stuff, which is honestly a really cool visual look. And honestly, I gotta say, like, when it was first revealed, like, okay, the Tasha Yar has a daughter, like, you gotta be, I'm gonna say it, you gotta be fucking kidding me. But, I mean, then again, okay, yes, it, like, say the fact that, at one point they say that she's, like, you know, that Picard sent his, her mother into the future, and all that. And I think it's from, like, say, yesterday's, Enterprise and all that. I will have to say that, like, she, basically at one point she says, like, say, I was angry with my mother because she took me away from my planet and all that stuff. I feel like, say, girl, she took you from a situation where she felt like, I'm in danger, my daughter's in danger, and all that.
One night when I was 4 years old, she came to me. She bundled me up and she told me to stay quiet as we left the compound. I realized she was taking me away. She was taking me away from my home, my father. So I cried out.
I think they had a lot of moments where they fought, Denise Crosby after they let her go.
We won't hurt you, but we must help them.
From the show, and then if like, well, okay, now we have the yesterday's Enterprise, and then they also had the episode where basically, oh, she had a sister. Okay, they thought like, okay, we need to have. She was a great actor. So they thought, how can we get her back? And yeah, I mean, overall, like say the ideas that they're doing, like say the fact like Data is being able to have a bit of a moment where he's able to say, hey, there's the Romulans, and there's the Vulcans, I mean, the Klingons, and all that. There's the Klingons and all that, and then he's basically yelling at his, first mate and all that.
I will rain hellfire upon you!
And it's like, say, you incompetent boob, or something like that. He's basically just yelling at him, and then times like, say, you ever take my orders, or I'm going to have you removed, good sir. But honestly, this two-part episode was pretty good. I still find the Dorez sister just,
Have you made your decision regarding Toral's challenge?
I'm pursuing it.
a little bit much. I'll see you later. I'll find both these episodes were pretty good. See you later.